I want to make sure that I hear from you how you achieved these verse jump scenes, which have really become like the iconic shot of Everything Everywhere All at Once, where she sort of like gets pulled backwards and she's going through a hyperlapse behind her. I'd love to hear about that.
So for the hyperlapse shot, all that footage was from, a lot of it's from Dan Kwan. He was just again, we've been making this movie for years. So over the years, he'd be traveling and he had like a GoPro like camera. And he would just, if he was in the airport or in a mall or in a restaurant or at a garden or somewhere, he would just walk straight for like, a 1 minute and just film his perspective of it. And then we put them all together. So the idea of like, you're kind of flying through all these different spaces.
So that's just stuff that he shot, just casually.
That's just stuff that he shot, yeah. And I think I'm not sure. I think it's all stuff that he shot. Even when we were scouting locations, he'd be like, "This location's terrible, but we can use it for that one shot." And he would just walk down the hall and shoot a shot, knowing he could use it later. To achieve it was even more cumbersome because we then had to take that footage and put it on LED walls and surround Michelle with it. So we basically covered her in LED tiles, and we built walls or a tunnel, if you will, of it. And we played the footage back. And the idea was that the ambience or the color shift of the worlds passing by, you could feel it on her face. So we built a tunnel and then played it back and then had her on green screen, then do like a camera move inside. And that's how we achieved that. I mean, it's not perfect. To do it perfectly would be an insane lighting rig because all of the lighting in that is basically soft. And in reality, it'd be a lot harsher. Like I'd love to actually build that lighting rig, but I think it would probably cost $200,000 to build that lighting rig to actually make it feel like she was there. But our version was like, well, at least we can get the color shift appropriate and like the some of the spectral stuff happening. And then we had to then send this we built it and shot it with a Michelle stand-in. And then we sent the diagram and the video and sent that to Paris, where they then had to then rebuild that same LED tunnel and shoot it with real Michelle. While we kind of looked over Zoom and made sure it worked out. It was very silly. We had the most technical stuff we had to do in LA and then send to Paris, which of course they did a wonderful job of doing it, but that's how we achieved it.